What if I told you that the single biggest breakthrough for shrinking your enlarged prostate isn't a surgery, a drug or some overpriced supplement, but a vitamin so simple and so powerful it could begin easing your symptoms in less than 18 hours? Imagine no longer standing over the toilet in the middle of the night waiting for a week. Imagine sleeping through the night again, waking up with energy and living without the constant fear of your prostate controlling your life. Most men over 60 have never heard this truth, and that silence is costing them their health and their confidence. My name is Dr. Moit Kara. I'm a board-certified urologist. And for over 30 years, I've dedicated my career to helping men reclaim their vitality. I've sat across from thousands of husbands, fathers, and grandfathers who came to me desperate for relief. And I've seen firsthand how the right knowledge delivered with compassion and backed by science can change not just a man's prostate, but his entire life. Here's the paradox. The very vitamin that holds the key to shrinking your prostate is not exotic, not expensive, and not hidden away in some foreign plant. It's something your body has been starving for quietly for decades. And yet the medical system rarely talks about it, leaving men to believe their only choices are endless pills or invasive procedures. That ends today. In this video, I'll reveal the 5 most powerful vitamins for your prostate. Nutrients that science has proven can ease inflammation, restore urinary flow, and give you back control of your nights and your confidence. And stay with me because before we finish, I'll show you the fastest way to take these vitamins so they begin working in less than a single day. This could be the turning point your prostate and your life has been waiting for before we get started. Make sure you subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you never miss another prostate health tip designed especially for men over 60. And after watching, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Type ONI if you found this helpful, or 0 if you'd like me to make it even better for you. Now that you understand why this powerful vitamin has been hidden in plain sight. Let's begin with the first truth you need to hear. It's about the silent struggle nearly every man over 60 faces. Prostate enlargement, and why recognizing it early is the first step toward real relief. 1. The silent struggle of prostate enlargement. For so many men over the age of 60, there is a battle being fought in silence, behind closed doors, and often without a single word spoken to even their closest loved ones. I've seen it in the tired faces of my patients as they sit across from me in my office. They hesitate before admitting that they're up 5, 6, sometimes 7 times a night to use the bathroom. They describe the humiliating moments of standing there waiting for a weak stream to finally start, feeling powerless in their own bodies. And yet, when they tell me these things, it's rarely with anger. More often, it's with resignation, as if they've convinced themselves this is just the price of getting older. But here's the truth I want you to hear. Prostate enlargement is not simply part of aging. It's a condition with real causes and real solutions. The prostate is a small gland, but when it grows larger than it should, it begins pressing on the urethra, creating the frustrating symptoms so many men silently endure. That weak flow, the constant feeling of not fully emptying, the endless trips to the bathroom, those are not just annoyances. They're signals from your body that something is out of balance. And ignoring them only allows the problem to grow worse. I remember one man in particular, a retired firefighter in his late 60s. He had always been strong, dependable, the kind of man people turn to in crisis. Yet, when he came to see me, he lowered his eyes and admitted he felt embarrassed. He told me his nights had become a torture chamber of interrupted sleep, and his days were ruled by anxiety about the nearest restroom. He whispered, almost ashamed, that his intimacy with his wife had all but disappeared because he no longer felt like himself. It wasn't just his prostate that was enlarged. It was the shadow it cast over every part of his life. And I want you to know, if you felt this same quiet frustration, you are far from alone. Prostate enlargement, or benign prostatic hyperplasia, affects the majority of men as they age. But what most men don't realize is that the way your prostate grows is deeply influenced by what you feed your body. Vitamins and nutrients play a more powerful role than most doctors ever explain. When your body lacks certain protective compounds, inflammation takes hold, Hormones shift in the wrong direction, and your prostate begins to swell like a balloon. That's where the hope comes in. Because just as nutritional deficiencies can quietly fuel prostate growth, the right vitamins can begin reversing it. I've seen men reclaim their nights, their energy, and even their confidence simply by giving their bodies what they've been missing. And here's the surprising part. The vitamins that work best are not rare or exotic. They are simple, natural, and within reach of every man willing to make a small daily change. Now, you might be wondering which vitamins truly make the difference. Which ones actually have the science to back them up? And how can you use them safely to start shrinking your prostate? The answer begins with the very first nutrient on my list. One I believe every man over 60 should know about. Yet almost none are ever told. 2. Vitamin D, the sunshine protector D, the sunshine protector. When I think about the most overlooked yet powerful vitamins for prostate health, vitamin D is always the first that comes to mind. We often call it the sunshine vitamin. But for men over 60, it's far more than that. It's a lifeline that can protect, restore, and even help reverse the quiet damage an enlarging prostate can cause. What many men don't realize is that vitamin D isn't just a vitamin. It behaves more like a hormone, influencing how your cells grow, repair, and communicate. And when levels drop too low, as they so often do with age, the prostate becomes vulnerable. I've lost count of the number of men who came into my office with the same story. Years of fatigue, cloudy thinking, restless nights, and a prostate that seemed to dictate their every move. One man in particular, a soft-spoken gentleman named Howard, was 71 when he came to me. He had been battling enlarged prostate symptoms for nearly a decade. He told me he felt like a prisoner in his own home, too anxious to drive long distances, too tired to enjoy time with his grandchildren. His labs revealed something startling yet common. His vitamin D levels were severely deficient. When we corrected that deficiency, slowly but surely, his nights began to change. He slept longer, his trips to the bathroom grew fewer, and his energy during the day returned in a way he hadn't felt in years. Science explains why this happens. Vitamin D regulates the immune system and helps calm inflammation, one of the main drivers of prostate enlargement. Without enough vitamin D, prostate cells can grow unchecked, leading to swelling and obstruction. Studies have even suggested that men with higher vitamin D levels are less likely to suffer from severe BPH symptoms and may lower their risk of prostate cancer. That's why I often tell my patients this isn't optional. Vitamin D is not a luxury. It's a necessity, and yet here lies the tragedy. Most men over 60 are profoundly deficient in vitamin D, especially in the United States. As we age, our skin loses the ability to make vitamin D from sunlight. Combined that with long hours indoors and a lifetime of sun protection advice, and it's no wonder deficiency has become a silent epidemic. Many men don't even know they're running on empty until their health begins to unravel. The good news is that replenishing vitamin D is both simple and effective. Sunlight helps, of course, but for vitamin, supplements are necessary to restore healthy levels. The key is precision, taking the right dose consistently and pairing it with foods or nutrients that enhance absorption. It doesn't take months to notice a difference. For some men, just days or weeks of restoring vitamin D can mean fewer nighttime interruptions, a stronger stream, and an unexpected lift in mood and vitality. I've seen men break down in my office, not because they were in pain, but because they finally felt relief after years of struggling. That's the quiet miracle of vitamin D. It gives back what many thought was gone forever. But while vitamin D is foundational, it's not the only vitamin your prostate desperately needs. There's another one, less talked about, but equally vital, that strengthens the very tissues of your prostate and bladder, helping you regain control and confidence. And it may already be hiding in plain sight in your kitchen. Vitamin E, the cellular shield. 3. Vitamin E, the cellular shield. If vitamin D is the foundation, then vitamin E is the shield, quietly protecting your prostate on a cellular level, guarding against the damage that so often accelerates enlargement and discomfort. I often describe vitamin E as nature's bodyguard for men over 60, because without it, The delicate tissues of the prostate are left exposed to oxidative stress, the invisible wear and tear caused by free radicals. Over the decades, these tiny bursts of cellular damage build up like rust on metal, slowly corroding health and fueling inflammation. And when inflammation takes root in the prostate, the result is almost always the same: swelling, pressure, and those relentless trips to the bathroom at night. I remember a man named Charles, who came to see me at 68. He was the kind-off gentleman who had always taken pride in his independence. He enjoyed woodworking in his garage, driven,